Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our Islamic YouTube channel, Aim of Islam 2021. Today we have an interesting topic to discuss, which is Imam Abu Hanifa explains how to pray behind the Imam. Introduction to Imam Abu Hanifa. Imam Abu Hanifa was a Sunni Islamic jurist, theologian, and founder of the Hanafi school of jurisprudence in early Islamic history. He lived in Kufa, Iraq, in the late 7th and early 8th centuries during the time of the Umayyad Caliphate. Abu Hanifa is considered to be one of the greatest legal minds in Islamic history, and his teachings continue to be widely studied and followed throughout the world today. Imam Abu Hanifa's jurisprudence was based on a combination of Quranic verses, hadiths, reports of the Prophet Muhammad's sayings and actions, consensus of the community, and reasoning by analogy. He is known for his focus on the use of reason and independent thinking in the interpretation of Islamic law, and for his rejection of blind adherence to the opinions of others. In addition to his contributions to Islamic law, Imam Abu Hanifa is also known for his views on theology, including his belief in the concept of free will and his opposition to the idea of predestination. He was a devout and learned scholar, and his teachings have had a profound influence on Sunni Islam and continue to be studied and followed by millions of Muslims around the world. The importance of praying behind the Imam. Believed in the importance of praying in congregation behind the Imam or leader. According to his teachings, it is preferable for a Muslim to pray in congregation, as the Prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, said, prayer in congregation is 27 times better than prayer performed individually. Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, also holds the same position that following the Imam in prayer is necessary for the correctness of prayer, and that it is not permissible for an individual to pray freely without an excuse. Praying behind an Imam is a means of attaining unity and solidarity among the members of the community. It creates a sense of togetherness and helps to foster a sense of brotherhood and sisterhood among Muslims. The Imam serves as a symbol of unity and the leader of the community in prayer, and the act of praying behind him helps to bring the community together. Additionally, praying behind an Imam allows for the proper execution of the prayers, as the Imam leads the congregation in the correct manner and timing of the prayers. This helps to ensure that the prayers are performed correctly and in accordance with the teachings of Islam. Furthermore, it is also seen as a means of following the Sunnah, traditions and practices of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who himself led the prayers in the mosque and encouraged his companions to pray behind him. In conclusion, according to the teachings of Imam Abu Hanifa, praying behind an Imam is a means of attaining unity, proper execution of prayers, and following the Sunnah of the Prophet. It is worth noting that Imam Abu Hanifa's views on this matter and other topics were also based on his interpretation of the Quran and Hadith and were revised and corrected by later scholars and jurists. Hanafi school of thought. How to pray behind the Imam. Imam Abu Hanifa explains that while praying behind the Imam, it is essential to focus on the Imam's movements and recite the prayers along with him. The following points should be kept in mind while praying behind the Imam. Line up, stand in a straight line behind the Imam, with your feet aligned and shoulder to shoulder with the person next to you, and face the Kaaba in Mecca, Qibla. Listen to the Imam's recitation and recite the prayers along with him. Follow the Imam's movements. As the Imam begins the prayer, follow his movements, such as bowing, prostrating, and standing. When the Imam says Ameen, say Ameen in a low voice. If you miss any part of the prayer, do not worry, continue with the Imam's movements until the end of the prayer. Repeat the words of the Imam, repeat the words of the Imam after him, as this is considered to be the Sunnah, tradition, of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Focus on your prayer. Try to focus on the meaning of the words and the movements of the prayer and avoid distractions. It's important to note that these guidelines may vary among different sects of Islam and may be influenced by cultural practices. It's always recommended to seek guidance from a local scholar or imam for a more detailed understanding of prayer etiquette in your community. Conclusion. In conclusion, following the imam's movements and reciting the prayers along with him is an important aspect of Islamic worship. It promotes unity and helps us to focus on our prayers. We hope that this explanation by Imam Abu Hanifa has been helpful in understanding how to pray behind the Imam. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel for more Islamic content. Assalamu alaikum.